given that NIP Flash have been consistently playing the Zaz, I think HomeBois had enough of it to say, okay, this time around, we're going to take it away from NIP Flash.
Yeah, you said in the previous series it was sort of an answer to the current assassin meta, right? Hard to kill, puts a lot of pressure in 1v1s, and put him in the mid lane, he rotates easier, can participate in fights a lot efficient as well. Is this going to kind of be a thing, like for the group stage?
Well, honestly, I think Zaz will still be the flavor of the tournament, as we've seen in the past month. I think that's the thing, the change up in IP Flash, they actually do manage to pick up the Roger, which we've been seeing getting constantly banned out or left out completely in the previous game. So now with Roger coming back into the question, is it going to be a Hades Roger, or is it going to be played by our the goal lane? Honestly, I think the fact that they pick up the Therese line, the EXP lane, is something that Adam is very, very comfortable with. We saw it in Game 2. So now the Roger being a flex pick, perfect for NIP Flash.
Get the Harith and Arlott for HomeBois, right? Two comfort picks for them, Fasha. But this Roger is the second time we're seeing it today. The first time was Liquid Philippines against NIP Flash 2 series ago. So this Roger, are you feeling good about it? I mean, we've been missing it for quite a while.
Yeah, I think that there's a possibility that NIP Flash is very confident in their drafting right now, and the fact that they have this opportunity to pull it all out. And you talked about how Adame definitely will be using Terizla. This is an opportunity for NIP Flash to switch things around, but Aerith been picked out on the side of HomeBois also will switch things as well, because that's what was missing. That was what was lacking on the side of HomeBois. Once they banned off Aerith, HomeBois was struggling. There was a lot of crackers on their own persecution as well as their own gameplay, to a point that NIP Flash was able to punish them.
Wow, the Aurora third pick for NIP Flash. This one's a bit more rare.
Yeah, I think the Aurora is there to kind of just provide control, because if you look at HomeBois draft now, they want to fight in the zone. You have the Harith, who will be counting on his Zaman Force. You have the Zaz that's not too mobile. So I think the reason why you pick the Aurora here is just to make sure that HomeBois, if they choose to take the fight in a certain area, the Aurora is there to stop that fight. On top of it all, Aurora passive also means that if she does get caught out by the Arlott, you know, she's not prone to just get instantly wiped out for the game.
Even ban out the Alpha at the same time, right? Just to make sure that you start protecting the jungler. Julian gets taken out, so we have 6 junglers banned thus far. 6 junglers are still counting.
Yeah, I gotta say, you know, there is still the Hayabusa that's in play. So there is still an option for NIP Flash and both NIP Flash and HomeBois if they choose to go for it. But yeah, I think so far, first phase, both teams, it's meta picks throughout. We haven't seen too many odd picks compared to the rest of the streams. When we saw the Hilders getting taken out, you know, we saw the Roam Guinevere. So none of that coming here in this game. I think it's just meta. That being said, now NIP Flash, they have to be very, very wary about that Barats. Is the Barats going to come out once again for HomeBois, or is it going to be Arlott XP? In my opinion,
wow. Good call.
Hey, there it is. The Barats getting
banned
out. I think NIP Flash, they want to put HomeBois in a bit of a tough spot, because they have been seeing that Barats and, you know, the Xavier getting picked out. So now with Harith and Zaz coming out from the side, they don't have to worry about Xavier anymore.
Yeah, even the Hayabusa gets banned out, right? So HomeBois just dedicated 4 out of the 5 bans on the jungler. Vasha, I know we haven't seen this for a long time, and this could be kind of a very far-fetched one. JPL gets his show, that's what we've been waiting for. But on the HomeBois side, this Harith, is Harith jungle still a thing?
I think there's a possibility that they can actually turn things around for themselves. But Aima, we did saw that there was a lot of time that he was quite at the open, and there was a lot of time that he was tagged off by NIP Flash too quickly. It was too soon, and to a point that we were questioning what was his motive and what was his steps to actually move forward for the team of HomeBois. But hopefully with what we saw, that HomeBois was able to actually control most of the casualty, and they managed to actually turn things around, where Amal was able to drop 2 double kills for himself. That could actually be a good start for the team of HomeBois, and that could be the key for them to win this round.
Yeah, see the Bane and the Carmilla out, so this could still be a Carmilla XP, because we've seen BO3 played it, so They are flexing the XP and roam roll, but at least we know it's the Bane jungle, first one on stream C, Harry for nets, NIP Flash. Now they're in the hot seat, right? They get that last pick.
Yeah, it could be very well where HomeBois want to keep NIP Flash guessing as well, because Camilla can go into the jungle, Bane on EXP, just to deal with the Turista is also an option, right? But the Lunox comes out.
You
from
talked
NIP
about
Flash.
this.
Yeah, I talked about Lunox. You know, she's a really, really good, not a counter, but a way to deal with the Harith. Before he does get the Summon Force out, you can kind of burst the hero, and obviously there's a lot of escape mechanism where there's Brilliant of the Light. So I think there's that factor for NIP Flash, that burst factor that they are looking at.
So it's Lunox goal lane into the Harith, right? This matchup, we don't see this often. I want to get your final thoughts on this.
Well, I gotta say, NIP Flash here, I think they're pulling all stops to get game 3. And the way that they're looking to do it is burst, burst, burst. The Cho coming in, you have Lunox that's able to burst down the Harith as well once they hit the level 4. Roger is pacing. On the other side, HomeBois now going for something slightly more of a control. You got Camellia, you know, you got the Bane, you got the Zaz, you got the Harith. So two very different kind of play styles in some sense. Hey, final thoughts? I think NIP Flash. I gotta root for the HomeBois, right?
That's true. Well, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. Fasha, it's time for you to fight for HomeBois. Game 3 coming up.
You rooted for the side of NIP Flash because they're the boys, right? But I'm still gonna root for HomeBois. A little different approach from myself, but I am all out. I think that this approach will actually change things up for the team of HomeBois versus NIP Flash. Coming up right here for the mid lane is gonna be Mal, who has a lot of damage put out. They pull through, and it seems that Mal trying to move away. JPL comes in. Ma also try to do some damage as well, but it's not going to be enough. It's just going to be a back and buff for now, just to tease a little bit of that damage.
Yeah, Kurtizi here just harassing Mal. Oh, the first comes in. We could see a very well first blood come right through. Mal escaping with a flicker of health. He does accidentally take the Little Wanderer, but I think that is the least of HomeBois' worries, just considering the fact that they nearly gave first blood.
Wow, that was too close. Ma, I do not know what you were thinking at that time, but great job coming in from NIP Flash. That was uncalled for, but was amazing. But on the side of HomeBois, this is where you gotta actually be very wary of what your situation is. Overextension has been seen from the side of HomeBois. They try to go in, they want to go in for the aggression, but ended up it was not in their favor. Year 3, holding off from the bottom right this instant. Just not gonna move at all. They're just waiting for anyone to actually budge through who gets the first action through. And we do have some of the backups coming in as well. And teams NIP Flash is responding well as well for the side of their teams to make sure that. But here come up for the mid lane.
Yeah, JPL onto the back line trying to harass Udo to prevent him from getting level 4, and Aurora dropping the bot lane as well so that he can share the EXP with the Terisla. NIP Flash having that perfect rotation here, but Hades under threat from Mal. Coming the back line, they want to go for JPL, but JPL being a torn on the neck, and here comes the penalty zone. Adamir airballs, doesn't catch anyone, and Kurtizi now staring down the Arlot in the face, and will they get the steal? Hades once again, the Retry God secures the kill. The Camilla comes right in. It looks like it's going to be the first blood going the way of HomeBois as the Roger gets taken out, but there is a prolonged fight coming up. ML in the jungle, he will pick up the Bane, and Adamir feeling ready frisky, picks up a double kill, and looks like NIP Flash, they get what they want. But what is this? Mal overextending, taking one more hit. He does pick up JPL, but he's punished for that aggression.
I mean, Team HomeBois, that is too much. And the fact that they try to actually go in for the trade-off is not going to be in the favor. Yes, they already given out the turtle. What more do you want to actually go in for a fight? I mean, like Mal was just too ambitious, as well as too cocky, actually too stubborn to a point that actually want to go in for a fight. NIP Flash will just gonna be benefiting as well as utilizing that aggression as well as the stubbornness from the side of HomeBois. But now within few seconds, I think about 30 seconds coming up for the clock on the side of another turtle to come out. I think that they're already setting up themselves here on the mid lane. Team HomeBois still needs to step up their game.
Yeah, as both teams now having you know, having their ultimates online. So definitely going to be the first gear. Zama Force being laid out. Wait enough. The pounce comes in for Hades. And just like that, a little bit unexpected coming from NIP Flash, they catch Nets off guard underneath his very own turret.
He could have actually gone it off because, but then again, NIP Flash, a great momentum, a really good support system. This is what we're talking about when it comes to communication. NIP Flash, during the first run with Team Liquid, they weren't doing so well, but now it seems that they're in a better position as well as in a good formation. So far, Year 3 backing off from the fight with Adamir. Now Nets, once he was taken out, it seems that JPL coming through 4v2 situation right this instant.
The Way of the Dragon catches in Frigid, followed by Frigid Glacier, but Nets right into the picture, gets the trade-off onto the Cho. And this is it. NIP Flash was poised to actually take out Turtle, but the death of JPL will scratch that. Adamir, 3-man knockup. Emil getting killed. He might just go down, surviving the bin. But no, the fighter gets off. Yay, nearly one more hit. Hades, he leaves him alone, but he comes back for more. He gets the kill, and Nets gets completely obliterated by Owl there in the goal lane. And Adamir, well, under a little bit of a threat from Mel, uses the Vengeance by way of the Dragon of JPL to zone him up even further away from the goal lane. Mel tries to survive, but NIP Flash, they take it all and they punish HomeBois.
That is a sad sight to see. I can't even watch it anymore. HomeBois, that was just so stressful as well as very dirty on the side of NIP Flash, punishing you for every single mistake. HomeBois, I feel like, again, a lot of their decision making is in the questionable. Like, what were they doing? Why are they overextending themselves? Even when they had the opportunity to just back off from those fights, they ended up still like overcommitting to it. And here on out, Mal trying to actually find a fight to the side of GPL as Turtle will be taken for the team of NIP Flash, giving more goals for themselves.
Yeah, this is the threat that we've always wanted to see JPL put out, right? On his signature Cho. One misstep or a misposition coming up from HomeBois, it's going to give NIP Flash that entrance, that opening to find a pick off. And now JPL lingering around, yeah, just hanging around. The ultimate comes up, only catches Katizi, immediate comes up. Final slash misses his mark, and Adamir coming up. Frigid enough to freeze two members. Nets gets caught, Zamafoss gets popped as well. But here comes Udio onto the backline. Is it enough? No, it's Ye that actually pays for the mistake. And NIP Flash once again gets off scot-free. Not only that, they find the Camellia.
I mean, it's like almost enough they will be able to actually close the fight. Team NIP Flash was just better off to actually move away and was able to actually be surviving those fights, and Team HomeBois was not able to actually close those. And now GPL is in the fight again and again. We keep on seeing they will be able to actually get the aggression on the side of NIP Flash, but it wasn't enough to connect the dot, and this is something that HomeBois need to step up. They have to actually find the closure. Now going in for a fight at the mid lane, Courtesy run to the side will be taken down easily by Mal, and now Adamir trying to push through, but he's all alone. Al comes through for the backup.
Yeah, Frigid Glacier being used too early, but Final Slash puts out in a very bad position. That's not where they want to be. Hades trying to look for the cleanup, but the rest of his teammates are down. And looks like NIP Flash, they will accept that this is the end of the fight. Our Way of the Dragon comes in, but JPL this time around committing the mistake, and Udio will punish him. NIP Flash, they had the chance to take the mid tower, but slight aggression just punished there, especially starting off with Cortese getting caught on in the mid lane.
I mean, this is just a trait. This is, again, some of the traits that HomeBois needed. A great start for themselves because they have been struggling a bit. But then again, NIP Flash still in the lead at the moment right now. And now going in for a fight with Adamir. Managed to take down Courtesy first. Adamir still surviving though. Mal as well as Next sticking together. One more shot to go. It's going to be Nets who managed to take down Adamir.
Yeah, but Hour here just having that spike. JPL comes out a little bit too late. Couldn't join the party. And well, looks like NIP Flash was set up for being taken out by HomeBois. Mel here just making sure that JPL stays out of reach of his Harif. And I gotta say, he's doing a good job at this point. Both teams still pretty tight. NIP Flash having a little bit of a slight goal lead, but it doesn't really matter that much to HomeBois given the fact that Nets is going to even that up by clearing up the top lane.
Okay, looking good for HomeBois. Now we see that most of their investments is already profitable for their sides. But can they actually continue on? Can they actually keep it up? As we do see that NIP Flash have their eyes already at the lot. They're just waiting for the right time to move in.
Yeah, Holy Crystal just got picked up by Udo, so the spike of damage will come up. And this time around, will they be able to find the slash? Push JP in a bad position. The flicker is committed. But the rest of NIP Flash still healthy and standing. So, no harm, no foul from both sides. HomeBois just setting up to contest this lot. Both teams pretty neck to neck. And I think NIP Flash, they're feeling a bit risky. And I don't think they'll start the fight just yet. They need to wait for JPL to catch someone out.
And that's what we see from NIP Flash, that is always their forte. They know that they can slow the pace down just a little bit, make sure that they have the right timing to go in for the fight, despite they have been committing a little bit of mistakes. But pushing on straight away on the mid, we got Year 3 will be caught off. But Mal is right there to back things off, and they have the information put, going in for a fight. Adamil goes in for a fight with Amal, but backs off straight away because the Year 3 comes through, and there, coming in for a fight. Adamir just a little bit more to be caught off. One more shot to go, but he managed to scur away just with 1 HP in his hive.
Yeah, the Sharks come out as well. Hades completely unaffected, but this will send HomeBois scarring. Udo does manage to take down the Lunox there in the middle of it all. But here comes the first fight. Hades, Retry once again secures the Lord. Will they go back in? They're so low, but Adamir has the front line so that Hades and JPL can get out. But Mel's sticking around. He doesn't know that JPL is right just there. And he sees JPL. He wants to get the kill. The final slash onto Hades. What is he doing there? And Mel nearly gets the kill. Oh, Frigid Ross comes up, the freeze comes in, and just enough to pick up the kill onto Hades. Well, I was surprised there because I thought that, you know, Mel would have gone down, but the Frigid Glacier as well as the Frosty Breeze combo just wasn't enough to take the Outlet out.
Agreed, definitely. I mean, like, it was already in the favor of NIP Flash, but a great setup coming in from Team HomeBois. I'm loving the fact that Udil making that first blood for the side of them. The team fight was just good. And then, even though the lot has been stolen, not to worry, they will be able to actually clear out some of the casualty. And Mal meeting off with JPL to actually contest for that buff. Mal having a little bit struggle, but on the side of mid, we do see that Year 3 and Amal having also a lot of their damages on their side of from Team NIP.
Yeah, both Dominance Descent and Frigid Glacier already being used, but Penalty Zone comes in as well. That being said, Adamir just not tanky enough to soak up all the damage coming up for the side of HomeBois. But NIP Flash, they got what they came here for. They got the mid-tier 1, and they potentially could also take the Tier 2 down into the bot lane. But look at the EXP drop just so Roster at this point. But Frigid Glacier, or rather the Frigid Glacier being used there. The Sharks come out. Hades in a lot of trouble. Tries to get out with the pounds. He will be able to do so. Although the Brilliance gets popped by Owl as well to try to escape from Year 3. But here comes the rest of HomeBois, just like a hungry pack of wolves. And they pick up the kill onto the Lunox while the real wolf pushes down the mid lane.
That was good. That was coming in on the side of at least trying to utilize and as well as try to cover things up for the side of Team NIP Flash. Yeah, they trade off the kills, but definitely I think that with Roger just try to make sure that the measure is still up par for the side of Team NIP. I don't think that we are seeing much of the losses. We do feel that the team of HomeBois managed to bring it back to their side, but getting the Tier 1 turret for both the bottom and top, still not going to be enough though. Courtesy on the side with JPL, just waiting for the right time. HomeBois already backed off, so times are actually slowing, and as well as fearful right here for the Land of Dawn.
Yeah, I think NRB Flash, you know, they definitely wanted a little bit more of the Lord, and we saw they actually lost a little bit of a negative loss in terms of EXP and goal, but HomeBois just putting up an immaculable defense. I think a key reason for why they're doing this is because they are able to catch Katizi out of position, right? And they're forcing him to commit the Frigid Glacier before the actual team fight happens. And this puts HomeBois in a very good spot. The moment the Aurora Ultimate is on cooldown, NIP Flash loses that control in that team fight. But speaking of team fight, here comes the rest of HomeBois trying to burst down Anima as quickly as possible. And they are able to secure the Lord JPL onto the backline. The Way of the Dragon being popped up, but the Bane will get the kill onto the Cho, and Emil, he wants more. Goes in, but he won't find anyone. NIP Flash once again getting the Lord, but it's actually HomeBois that are winning the fights.
HomeBois are winning the fight, and I'm loving it. The fact that most of their team fight, they have a really good initiative, and the idea of the fact that they let most of the ulti be wasted, and the team of NIP Flash will be actually granted a lot of their punishment on those mistakes. And here on out, HomeBois still have to be on the defense side. This is gonna be a little bit tricky to be cleared out, but it's okay. Still on the lead for the team of NIP Flash, as well as HomeBois tackling down that late game.
Yeah, NIP Flash now feeling the heat coming out from HomeBois, but they are both 5 men strong, all alive and healthy. Ultimates ready to pop off anytime. Lord pushing up the top lane. Remember, this is an enhanced Lord, and at HomeBois they are preventing everything they can. And here comes the final slash to get JPL once again, but JPL uses the Jikuno to actually get out of trouble, followed by the Shimpu. Meanwhile, Cortese trying to use the Frosty Breeze to freeze up that tier 2, but the rest of HomeBois, having dealt with Lord, will defend that mid turret. But NIP Flash, overall, given the conditions, I think they will be happy that they managed to get the inhibitor turret at the top lane.
Again, small victory, what is matters right now, and I think that NIP Flash, I'm loving every single time they will be able to just steal one moment after another for the team of HomeBois, and that's what the thing that we need from the team of NIP Flash as they pull through, even despite that HomeBois was the one who had the benefits of trades off.
It's all about discipline here, right? You just try to get those small wins. No point trying to risk it all like they did in both Game 1 and Game 2. But that being said, I think NIP Flash, they must be feeling slightly more confident. With the enhanced minions or the super minions pushing it down on the top lane, that frees up NIP Flash to kind of just focus on the other two, while Lord is spawning in the perfect position of the map, right? You got super minions pushing in top lane, lots on the bot lane, so this puts HomeBois in a difficult spot, especially if NIP Flash can manage those waves.
Agreed, definitely. And 30 seconds on the clock, we're gonna see the Lord popping off just in the nick of time for team NIP Flash to actually get a hold of the situation again. Team HomeBois, they're literally a little bit clueless right now. They're actually trying to wait it out, trying to find out whether they actually can go in. Year 3 and Ma knows JPL is right in the corner, but doesn't go in for the extension though. They just try to find out. They also try to actually get the buff for themselves as well, while JPL is just right there just to confuse them around.
Yeah, I love how sneaky JPL is, right? He's trying to spot out the Arlot by seeing if the mark comes out. Secondly, he's trying to bait out the final slash. We've seen, the final slash getting bait out twice now. Both times, HomeBois failed to kill. But hey, speaking about killing, Adamir going the penalty zone right onto Mal. Meanwhile, fights happening all across the map. JPL zoning nets away on this Cho. Meanwhile, Adamir will go down. The Frosty Glacier comes up. The Frigid, is it enough? The Frosty Breeze comes. And they do manage to get the immortality down onto Ye Tree. The Glacier comes out once again. Dominance descent. The burst. It's more than enough. Hades goes down. Mal zones JPL out of the picture. And HomeBois, they will be able to secure this Lord. But in the meantime, look at the base. Look at the Lunox. He just split pushing. JPL trying to stop them from going back to base. He will stop too. But it is the Camellia that manages to TP back just in time to reset. And NIP Flash, well, whew, they got a sticky situation. For a moment, I thought HomeBois would get the team wipe there.
I mean, that was close. That was really too close for both teams. I think that if there was a chance for Team NIP Flash to actually win those fights, they could have been actually turned over for themselves, and they could have actually get the lot already. But HomeBois' defense is getting more and more sturdy right now, more steady for the side of them to actually go in for the penetration and fighting off with the team of NIP. Adamir gonna actually shoo away Amal, but as we do see that they're trying to actually get the Lord, Team HomeBois is also around the corner, will be trying to disturb them.
Yeah, the EXP graph at this point doesn't really matter anymore because if you think about it, both teams are level 15, right? You're maxed out. Items should pretty much be maxed out for both sides as well, but JPL still being an annoyance, takes quite a bit of damage coming up from the minions. Ye Tree, oh, once again the Frigid Glacier has already been committed, and meanwhile Ye Tree going onto the back line while Adamir tries to soak up this damage coming up from the side of the Bane, and they do manage to pick up the Terisla. They lose both the fighters, but Mel is still alive. The final slash Cortese might just go down. Hades, can he do anything here? Net gets knocked up, but the Purify comes through. And the Harif will survive. NIP Flash in a lot of trouble. Once again, HomeBois making that Harif work.
Wow, this is good. This is what we were talking about, how when it comes to Harith been banned, and that was the reason why most of the HomeBois was most of the gameplays of HomeBois been put out was not in their favor. But as time progresses on, HomeBois has the better upper hand and they will be able to steal the lot. They already got the lead right now with 23-17. Somehow I think that Team HomeBois in a better position, despite that they have been struggling. At least they can be able to break some of the turrets so that they can actually pull through straight into the baseline of Team NIP Flash.
Yeah, NIP Flash, I gotta say, I was a little bit disappointed about how they executed the fight, right? You saw Adamir going in, and credit to HomeBois, they have been able to kind of just negate the impact that this turret slot has for the longest of times. Obviously, they have to worry about JPL's positioning, but for all things considered, Adamir is just getting punished constantly. Whenever he goes for the penalty zone with the flicker combo, he's just not that effective in late game anymore, and they have enough burst to kind of take out turret slot. But talking about burst, oh my goodness, Audio just gets blown up! The Lunox dives to the back line, but now JPL goes down as well. Adamir once again the penalty zone, but looks like HomeBois, they might just get it.
What?
They tried to go for the back door, but Nets with the Maniac comes in, the law pushes down, and it is HomeBois that get their revenge in this best of 3 series. My gosh, that was definitely unexpected. We saw the burst coming for the Lunox, right? The Zaz goes out, and then suddenly Harif just pops off just like that.
So Harif was the solution to HomeBois, right? Like,
my gosh.
behind the scenes, you were telling me, Aries, that NIP Flash removing the Harif removes a big chunk of what HomeBois is capable of. They let the Harif through in game 3, and Harif is the solution. Revenge, best serve.
Yeah.